Tribal Health and Human Services Department of the Confederated Salish and Kootenai Tribes is proud to present Good Medicine, a program dedicated to the wellness of the Flathead Nation. The mission is summarized quite simply: a healthier people, a stronger nation. We will strive to make Good Medicine a reliable source of ideas and information about health issues so that everyone can make informed decisions about their own lifestyle and health care. You will meet health professionals, tribal government and spiritual leaders, and interesting people from the tribal community discussing important health issues that profoundly affect us all.
Hello, this is Good Medicine. I'm your host, Larry Pitts, and today we have three beautiful ladies with us, distinguished ladies. They're part of our Head Start Native Language Summer Program. We have Lolita Hendrickson. She is the language manager. She's the parent involvement coordinator. That's a mouthful, Lolita. Is anybody on TV land you'd like to say hello to?
Hi, Jeannie.
Hi, Jeannie. Oh, that's pretty non-committal. We have Mary Parker. She's one of our language teachers, and she heads our St. Ignatius program. Mary, would you like to say hello to anybody?
Hi, Carolyn and Mark and everybody at home.
All right. Merle Lefthand, you're from our Elmo Center in Polson. Is there anybody you'd like to say hello to?
Everybody.
Everybody. All right. Well, ladies, I want to thank you for being on today, and I think we have a lot to share today and a lot of information that we can get out that's real positive. You want to give me some general information about your program, Lolita? We'll sort of direct things to you right now.
Okay, great. Well, we have two programs in there located in St. Ignatius and in Polson, and we have a staff of, could I mention the staff in the center?
Oh,
great.
It's your program right now.
All right,
Go
great.
for it.
Okay. In St. Ignatius, we have Diana Cody, Mary Parker, who is with us, Sophie Haynes, Millie Woodcock, Adele Martin, and Mandy Haynes. And in Polson, we have Merle, Maxine Michelle, Marilyn Kai, Lenore Padilla, and myself. I spent 2 days in Polson and 1 day in St. Ignatius.
Okay.
And Kathy Finley Dupuy, who is, she goes back and forth wherever we need her. If somebody needs to take time off or whatever, then she fills in for that person.
Mm-hmm. So you're located in the two facilities right now.
Right, and we bus children from Dayton to the Polson Center, and then we have, the bus schedule is quite extensive and quite busy, because we have the buses that are also serving the summer feeding program and the summer needs program, and we try to get the buses to take children here and there, you know. And then we bring children from Arlee to St. Ignatius, and we bring children from Ronan to St. Ignatius, and then we take Ronan children to Polson. So, and they all get home on time.
This sounds like the busing programs of the 60s, doesn't it? Were there some protests about that?
There is, usually, yes.
Okay. You're located in the two facilities. Now, what is your time schedule? I mean, you know, with this much busing,
Right.
I mean, who coordinates? I mean, do you do all the coordination of the services this way, or?
Well, actually, we have this big piece of paper, and we try to just kind of iron it out ahead of time, and then the staff call the parents, and parents can transport if possible. But usually, you know, a lot of them work, and so that's really difficult. So we try to provide as much service as possible. But Jackie Johnston she manages a training program this summer, and we work together to coordinate the bus service.
Okay. So what are the times that the children go to the locations?
Well, we have 9 to noon at both centers, and staff work 8 to 2.
How many days a week is that?
Just 3 for kids, and staff work 4.
And which days?
Well, because of the POWs, it kind of alternates a little bit, but usually Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Okay.
And then staff do training every Monday, and they go to training, and they plan and get ready for the next week. So.
Well, we know in reservation country, it's other duties as assigned quite often on
Right.
time. So,
Right.
so we have to be flexible. It does turn into that. So, how many children by numbers are we servicing right now?
Well, we have about 15 in St. Ignatius and 14 in Polson. And so, and we have a big staff. It's bigger than the regular program year because we want to really enhance and put a lot of language in every day. So we have a bigger staff than normal.
So, Mary, what kind of strong points do you see in the staff-student ratio like that, where you have so many staff with that many students? Are you seeing a real positive in that, or?
Yes, I believe it's pretty positive.
Are the children picking up the language well? I mean, how does the program work?
Well, I believe they're picking up the language pretty good. You can see that, they try to say the words, and they're doing pretty good at that. And
Could you tell about this morning when you were playing in the puzzle area and how you and Thomas made up that game?
yes, every morning this Thomas McClure comes in, and he always likes to play with the puzzle and learn his colors all the time. Then I tell him the colors in Salish. He has some of the colors, and I have some of them, and we just put one in at a time, and I'll say the color, and he'll say them after me, And we keep that up for a while. Then he'll get a different puzzle with some animals on it, and we'll do the same thing to that, say the animal names. And
you'll say, Mary, you took my turn.
yes. Yeah. Or you beat me this time.
And children are very sure that things are fair, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
You're out of turn. Merle, how about yourself? I mean, I'm sure in the Polson district, you're running into the same type of thing with the children. You've been in the language, I know, your whole life. Are the children starting to pick it up in a way that they're becoming fluent?
Well, yeah, I think they're picking up. It's going to be a long time before they get to be fluent.
Right.
And I think we need a lot more help in the language.
Well, I mean, this probably is a good place to put that. I mean, can you use volunteers?
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
and
definitely.
I think it'd be a wonderful place for a lot of people to go.
Absolutely.
In their time.
Oh, they'd have fun.
They would.
The children, they'd enjoy the children.
Well, I was watching Mary just sort of light up when they start about playing. I mean, that's my kind of work, is to play.
That's right.
That's how children, and we all learn.
Right.
This is going to sound really sort of pointed, but when you gave me your list, I didn't hear many men's names listed.
We don't have many men in the program. We had 3 young fellows last year that were in, and the kids loved them. We have a couple of bus drivers that are male, and we had a teacher aide that was male, and we encourage that. It's a good role model for children. Absolutely.
Well, having that male influence has got to be a positive at times too, and it's. So any men out there, we are asking, volunteer.
Absolutely.
You got some free time? Show up.
That's right. That's right.
Now, can somebody just show up at your center, or would you rather them come into the Head Start program and talk to you first before they show up?
Well, actually, you can do both. You can just show up, and we're quite easy to get along with, and so you can always come and eat with us. And
What time's dinner?
What time's dinner? The summer feeding program brings us dinner.
Okay.
So it's at just a little bit before, like 11:30 or something.
Right.
But you can, if you want to be a constant volunteer, like if you have like a scheduled volunteer, and then I would like you to visit with us so that we can kind of have you come in and get some information about our program and kind of hear our goals and then go forward. But if you just want to come in and visit anytime, we want you to do that.
Okay. That's a good time to ask that. What are your goals for the program?
What are our goals? Well, we want to enhance and increase native language, both Salish and Kootenai, and in any way that we can. I don't think that we are ready. Last year we were called an immersion program, and it was a wonderful program. We were involved with SKC, and Head Start was involved, of course, Education Department, Kootenai Language, and Salish culture. And so I think it was, Kevin did lots of good things. He went from community to community and really promoted that, and lots of things came of it. People volunteered, they had change of duty station, and we had, it was really, I think we did lots of good things. And this year, it's Head Start is doing it, and we don't have enough native speakers to do a total immersion, and so we're just doing as much. The ladies, both Tish Mudley and Merle and Sophie and Diana Cody, they speak the language as much all the time. You know, they give the kids directions. They tell them, or they laugh with them and joke with them, and they talk to them in the language all the time. And they do circles in the language, and so I think, but we do lots of things that, and we might explain something in English. And so it's both, absolutely.
Well, I know
So-
Star School in Browning does the same thing. You know, they speak the whole day in Blackfeet, and it's a great way of, you know, enhancing and keeping things in the forefront that way. Where in St. Ignatius is the program?
Right at the Head Start.
At the Head Start? Okay.
And the same way in Polson.
Both Head Start programs. So you're not at the culture centers or the IHS building. You're at the Head Start buildings. Where's the Head Start building in Polson? If someone doesn't know.
It's in the old senior citizens. I mean, it's in the senior citizens in the old Catholic church.
Right, in the basement.
Right, in the basement.
And St. Ignatius?
It's in the old dental office. It's always been a Head Start building for quite a few years.
Right, so
Yeah.
it's that funny colored one, striped.
Yeah, it used to be.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And we even have big chairs.
Good.
Yeah.
Makes me want to go. So now the immersion program, does it last all year?
We have language in each center all year, but we don't have an intense program all year long, no. We'd like to, though, wouldn't we?
Okay. Mary, how do you teach the language to a 3-year-old?
To a 3-year-old? Well, I'd teach it through song and through interaction. And, you know, basically, well, I teach them
Fun things. all
fun
the time.
things.
Yeah.
Laughter.
Yeah, laughter.
And what we try to do is we have 3 to 5-year-olds, and so like if it's an activity, we try to scale it down, use shorter sentences, smaller directions for a 3-year-old than you would a 5-year-old.
Okay.
And especially if the child has already been in the program, he knows how things are clicking already. But a 3-year-old who's never been in the program needs different things. You have to look at what's developmentally appropriate for a 3-year-old and scale that down.
Right.
But maybe they're just ready to do something. And there's a little girl in St. Ignatius that she has wonderful enunciation of the Salish language already, and she's going great guns. So,
Merle, how do you teach a 3-year-old?
The same way. Just through interaction, like Mary says, and song, it really does
yeah.
the kids good. They love singing.
Yeah.
And
I understand that because my son is 3, and you know he loves to sing. I don't know what he's saying half the time, but you know they really are happy children,
Yeah.
especially with that personal contact. You know, that's one of the things I see a really huge advantage in your program is that one-on-one explaining, giving them some personal time. You know, and that's part of the parenting skills that we're looking at too.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Merle does a really good job of that because she gets down on their level and she laughs with them and she talks with them right face to face and gets down and plays with them and plays in the block area and helps brush teeth. And
See, that's why you're not 6'5".
that's right.
It's
That's
easier for you to
right.
get down, Merle. All right. So, the ages of the summer program, the summer language program, what are there? The 3 to 5 is what you said. Now, do you have any variances? When they turn 6, they can't come anymore, or?
Well, that probably some of the children will turn 6 during the program year, but usually we try to keep 3 to 5.
And so the halfway point that we're looking at, you know, on that was, you know, you said at 3 because their developmental skills are so different. I mean, you know, one 3-year-old may not be where the another 3. What do you do in that, ladies? Since you're the teachers, I mean, how do you arrange that for a child who maybe is not advanced in their, in the language that they're speaking right now? They seem to. Are there ways of bringing that out more?
Well, we treat them about all the same and teach them all the same things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because, well, in the Salish language, it seems like you can just teach them all together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and just do your best.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Merle, do you find the young kids sort of like sponges, or they want to learn?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's sort of exciting where older people like myself, we run out of time, it seems like. I mean, I'm ready to enroll as a child.
Good. Absolutely.
It'd be great to, and it's refreshing. Now, native teachers, do we have enough?
No, we don't.
What would be the ideal number?
Oh, I don't have a clue about that.
One-on-one for each child.
One-on-one.
One-on-one.
For each child.
Now, how do you say that in Kootenai, one-on-one?
It's okay.
Uki. Okay. And in Salish?
Inku.
Inku. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's, I think, what we can do with a program like this. I mean, we're learning stuff here, but we can also put a plea out. There are people out there who sometimes may feel like, what do I have to share? Did you two ever feel that way? Did you feel like something was holding you back from sharing with those around you, or has it always been part of you to teach the language to people? Mary, that's just directed to you right now.
Okay, well, it's always been a part of me, pretty much, and let's see.
Have you found it becoming a bigger part of you now, though, that you're teaching? I mean, you're touching more people than you would have in the past?
Yes, I am.
She teaches also in the Arley School.
Okay, so yeah, you're touching a lot of
Yes, I
young
teach
people.
high school in Arlene. So I go from one extreme to the other.
Oh, yeah. And which is easier to teach?
Well, I enjoy teaching the younger children because you can do so much more fun things with them, like singing and playing games, whereas the older ones, if I try to have them sing, they don't want to sing.
Merle, do you run into the same type of thing?
Yeah, I do have more fun with the little kids.
See, I've never heard anybody sing in Indian in rap yet.
Oh, we'll have to try that.
But that would probably grab the kids' attention, I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
I don't understand rap too much,
Right.
but that's because I'm almost as old as Roy, behind the camera out there. What about activities involving the curriculum? Are there enough of those? What sort of things do you have around that, as far as curriculum?
Well, we don't have because every day you have to change what you do with the children. You don't have the same circle every day. You don't have the same activity in art. You don't have the same activity in the block area or in housekeeping, and so or science or whatever. And so you have to change the activity every day, and we don't have enough activities to do. So we just are, like after work, they're drawing things out, and Tachini Pete is working with us in the office developing curriculum this summer. But we just don't have enough activities.
Okay.
And so that is a problem.
So the structure is coming, but not quite where you want it yet.
Oh, we've got a long way to go. Yeah.
Well, but that's how that's how the world turns. I mean, it's
Right.
Step by step, and
That's right.
That's how we learn to walk. And after you learn to walk, then you can run, and you get a lot more territory covered by that speed.
That sounds good.
You like that?
Yep.
Yeah, good. Hey, it's so prophetic here sometimes. It's just amazing. What kind of cultural activities do you bring into this type of program?
Well, last week was a fun week in both places. Merle, could you tell a little bit about the concession stand?
Yeah, we had a little powwow of our own before the Arlie powwow at Polson. We sold Indian tacos to the kids. Lolita came with a bunch of play money,
Right.
gave
Play
each of the
uruti.
kids, and so they bought Indian tacos, and we had a little concession stand where Lenore was back in that little box, and she sold popcorn, and dry meat.
Dry meat, yeah. Pencils and paper.
Wow.
To the kids for...
Should those as employees we'd have stopped in, play money for lunch, found a bot.
Right.
I said, buy for the house.
Right.
All right.
And today I brought in 4 different stages of tanning hides, so they could see that as part of our cultural activity today. And
then Marilyn tried to teach them how to play hand game or stick game.
and we have the drum.
Right, and we always have lots of things, like we have dresses and shawls, and then people will bring in like pictures of their families, and they'll also bring artifacts from home, and for the children to touch and feel and put on, and they can just have that to like all week long, and so they dance and they sing, and last year it was really cute. I think it was Tish Modley and Sophie Haynes and Diana Pete. They got all the little kids' shawls on. And Diana's a real good singer anyhow, and so she was singing with the kids, and Willie Wright too. Willie Wright was there, and they were singing and dancing with the kids, and I would look at them, and the sweat was just pouring off of them. You know, they were dancing so hard and having such a good time, and the kids will remember that forever. Absolutely.
Well, the adults became children again.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we do every day.
That's right. Isn't that a blessing?
Oh yes,
You
it
know, I mean,
is.
people laugh at me about how much fun I have with my job and the tribe, but
At 2 o'clock, and I come back out to this world.
Right.
really, so the cocoon, you come out and then you turn into a beautiful butterfly, right?
Right.
All right. So any other cultural activities besides, is there any special, do you have a powwow for the kids in the summer, the
Yeah.
end of summer, or?
Well, at the end of the regular program year, we have a huge powwow.
All right.
And it's grown quite a bit.
Getting bigger.
Yeah, and getting bigger all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
you guys had in our center this year and it was full.
It was huge, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was sort of neat to see.
Yeah. But they have, last year in the center, Merle made moccasins with the Polson parents. And so we provide the moccasin
Buckskin.
material, the buckskin and the beads. And then she would come in the evening, and the parents made their own child the moccasins for the powwow. Because what we do is we'll have ladies in the valleys make the moccasins for the children. And so mission parents made them, Polson parents made them, and that's really wonderful because you put a lot of work into that and you get to see the fruit of your labor. So that was really good.
That's perfect. That really is perfect.
I brought the kids out to my house one day for to make dry meat.
Really?
We had dry meat and fry bread that day.
Yeah. And see, those are things, as Lolita said, you know, those will go with those children forever, and puts that foundation there. You know, those are just tremendous gifts. Let's see how good Head Start is, ladies. What kind of training did they give you this year for teaching this class? Merle, why don't you go
Well,
first?
we have the child development classes and the love and logic, and my best, I think, is learning from Lolita and Christine Pitts.
I hear she
just
sort of, I hear
watching
she
them.
sort of whacked out, though.
Oh, Christine. She's very good.
I learn by watching them mostly.
Thank you, Merle.
It's the best.
And that's, you know, that is. Yeah?
Well, I'd have to say that I'm learning a lot from Lolita and Christine and the other presenters. Like that one day when Gail was there, you know, she was singing and playing her guitar, and I got some ideas from that. So I'm trying some of that down in St. Ignatius Head Start, teaching the body parts.
Through song.
Through song.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I do massage, you know, for the tribe, and I talk to people anatomically, you know, about different parts. I mean, and for me, it's good review, but it also teaches them something about their own human body, which I can see where that works very well.
Now we can teach you a song in Salish about the body parts.
We know it. You know
Right,
it. That's
right,
exactly
right.
right. We'll get to that then. How do children learn the best?
How do children learn the best? Well, through interaction and song and
And hands-on and caring.
hands-on.
Positive. I see that in each one of you. I see a glow about you that just is very positive.
And repetition. They don't like the same circle every day, but they like to like your child likes to hear the same story every time, over and over and over. Right?
Never enough.
Right. And children are the same. They like they don't like your circles to be boring, but they like to hear things over and over again. And they like and they everything. Our whole program is built around self-concept, and we try to build the self-concept of the child and the parent. And that's our goal too, not only with language, but self-concept.
All right. That's
Right.
good. Ladies, why is it important for our children and everyone to learn the language?
Well, I feel that it's really important for them to learn the language, because without our language, we have no culture. And I think we should really strive to teach the children the language to preserve our culture.
Okay. Merle?
The same. I think I wouldn't be Indian if I didn't know my language.
There's identity in the language. You know, I mean, it's a crazy world out there. I mean, you got to speak English to be in the business world, and we need some business too, but we've got to keep something of the past with us. Do you guys have a quick song that you can give us? We've got about less than 2 minutes right now, so can you give me a song? Let's do it.
Okay. Well, I'd have to do one, and she'd have to do one, because
They're in different
I'm
languages.
Salish.
That's right. Well, okay. Well,
Okay.
give me about 30 seconds. That's all I can give you.
Okay. I'll sing a new song about body parts.
Okay.
Part of it, okay. Tetsen an komken, tetsen an komken, tetsen an komken, uen tachwalushish.
All right. Thank you, Mary. Merle, how about you?
Kesukyukit akin meditnis, Kesukyukit akin meditnis, Kesukyukit akin meditnis, Kesukyukit. Gary. Oh, you're Larry.
Oh, you're Gary. Oh, you're Larry. Gary's got the blue eyes.
Talk about repetition.
That's right. Ladies, I want to thank you. That was great.
Yes.
Lolita, anything you want to say for the last 15 seconds?
If you have any questions, you can give us a call
Okay.
at Head Start Child Care Block Grant. We'd be glad to try to answer any question that you might have. And please feel free to volunteer in any of our classrooms.
What is that number?
676-4509.
All right. One last question, Lolita. As an Arlesian, did you guys ever beat Dixon in basketball?
Oh.
Well, we won't let you answer that. People, I want to thank you for your time. We've run out of time now. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
All right. Lamb-lambs. All right.
Good Medicine is your program. We hope you watch this and subsequent programs to stay informed about your health care. And we'd like to hear from you about how we're doing. Please direct any comments or suggestions you have to us. You can reach us at